Hi, it's Angie with News OK. I'm here with Sherrel Jones, who is a food columnist for the Oklahoman. Now, we're talking about how to cut vegetables properly for cooking, and that's the key word. But let's start off with cutting boards, what you're actually cutting them on.
Well, this is a handy cutting board. I like to use it for juicy things because it has a little little trough around the edge, and so that kind of helps catch the juice. So if you're doing a tomato, it's perfect for that, or something, some of the juicier fruits and things like that.
That's true. Good point.
It's great because it catches that liquid, and sometimes you want to harvest that, like if we're making salsa or something.
And then this pretty blue one.
The blue one I use for, I try to use it mostly for fish, but and this is color cued in my kitchen. I have different colors. And I have a yellow one that I use for vegetables a lot, but the blue one I use for fish all the time and whatever I'm making to go with the fish. The handy thing about this flexible cutting board is that if you're chopping a lot of vegetables to go in a super stew, you can literally do like this and take it to the pan to saute. So that makes it really nice.
Very nice. Now, this is the little more traditional cutting board that we're used to seeing.
Now,
so tell us about this.
Wooden cutting board. Now, this one happens to be bamboo. It's a very tightly, the molecules in the bamboo wood itself is very tight, so it resists cutting, it resists scarring and that sort of thing, which is really great. And then it's also very easy on the blades of the knives.
Wow, wonderful. Well, let's get started cutting the vegetables.
Oh, yes.
What are we starting with?
Well, we're going to start with peppers, and this technique works on most any kind of pepper, but it's a good idea to use a paring knife, and they come in all sorts of ones, and I found this brand new one, which I love. It's sharp as can be, and it's made by the Kuhn Rikon company, and it's very sharp, and you can find it at kitchen stores and everything, and it's just it cuts, it turns things into silk. So you'd want to be very careful. But my grandmother used to say, and I didn't believe it, that you could cut yourself easier on a dull knife than a sharp one. And I thought that sounded so crazy. Now what I've done is take the core out of the pepper, and then we're going to just open this up. And this is great for cooking techniques or for salad. And we're going to just slice down. And what we're doing, we're ending up with a big, nice rectangle that we can work with to do all kinds of things. Great. Now, one of the other things you want to do is take these little ribs out so you make it all nice and pretty. And like I say, wow, if you have a sharp knife, it's just amazing.
It makes it look so easy.
Yeah, it is. It's terrific. And I'm not trying to sell these knives. I don't own stock in this company or anything, but it's great and makes it just so much easier if you have a nice tool to work with. And and then this allows you to fix that pepper in a variety of ways. You could stuff it and put things inside of it and tie it together with something for baking.
You can make it pretty.
Or you can just line it up and make smaller cuts. You want to cut things close together like this. Then you make a little stack, and then you just go through it, and you've got your pepper all sliced in these nice little pieces ready for sautéing or a salad or a soup or whatever you need. But these are so handy, and you have a nice big rectangle to work with.
Now we've got a little pepper.
Yes, a little pepper. I'll show you. It works just as well on this. And it comes in handy if you're doing jalapenos, because what's happening is you're taking the hot part out, all that seedy stuff first, and you can use that to sort of manipulate. And you've got that free and clear, then you're just going to come down and open it up. Although I saw a recipe for some little tiny grilled stuffed peppers.
Wow.
Like that sit in a stand. And so you've got these three pieces. So there again, you can cut it like this. And now if you need little tiny pieces, the ideal thing to do is cutting some little thin strips like this. And notice how I'm keeping my fingers up next to that blade.
Wow.
Can you believe that? But they're pointed down. Not out like this,
Okay.
but down.
So that's the
next
key.
to the blade.
That's the key.
Large or small knife, it works great
Okay.
for me. And then you can go to the tiniest little.
Look at that.
This is called, and you may see in a really fancy restaurant that they've literally decorated the edge of the plate with this.
Oh,
This is
wow.
called a brunoise.
Wow.
I call it mincing.
Yeah, there we go.
but it is, so many of our techniques are adapted from the French, who, of course,
Sure.
were leaders in
Sure.
cooking and cuisine. So
that's
and that's
beautiful.
just pretty. It looks like a little
I
confetti,
know.
and it's nice for a salad or a
Okay.
salsa or whatever you're making. So that's what I would say is best for peppers.
Wonderful. Thank you.